I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver number 35, stand up to cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Stand Up to Cancer Benefit Series, Bridger 120. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize for the opening. I got to make a quick change in my background. Looks like I missed something, so let me go ahead and fix that, and then we'll get to the race. But tonight's race, we're going to be taking these trucks to Kansas Motor Speedway. That is right. We are not in Kansas anymore. Actually, we are. But Kansas is a great track, and these trucks are fun to drive. So, quick little video that we're going to play, and then we will be getting into the race and some of the details. With that being said, here we go.
Lying down on the street, easy way, but I know it's no good. Now I found myself in a brand new day, all my feelings scaled. When you're not alone, is anyone hurt you? When you're not alone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that was in loving memory to Wes's sister, Wendy Jackson, and also to all the loved ones that we've lost to cancer. It's a tough one. And in the booth with me right now, I have Wes Fuller, the owner of the series. Wes, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a really good turnout. Holy crap. There's a lot of people. This is awesome. It's a lot better than the dirt race last month. I'm excited about this, man. Like, really excited.
I love the trucks. I really think on kind of like a, not a full-size track, but on a kind of standard-size track, they really, a mile and a half, that's where they should be. These things are fast. Yeah. They want to stick into nice high banking turns. And they get a little uneasy, which is always fun. Get a little loose and have to kind of wheel it around. and keep to the grass, or sorry, keep to the track.
You do not want to go in the grass.
Yeah. Don't take my advice on going into the grass, kids. It's dangerous out there. But all in all, it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what you guys do out there. I know everyone's running some special paint schemes.
Yes,
Mostly.
that is very awesome. I asked everybody if they wanted to, they can run a special paint scheme, and there's been quite a few people that has turned out and done that, and I'm a little impressed. I'm humbled. This is so cool. I'm excited, man. Like all the cool paint schemes, all the special paint schemes. I want to thank. I know Willie. I don't think he showed up, but I know Carl, Josh, Nick Panko, and myself all run special paint scheme for my sister. So I want to thank those guys, especially Willie too, because he tried to show up. For running this scheme in honor of my sister. That is very cool. I am very humbled and very thankful that I have friends like that.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's pretty cool to see everyone come together. That's one thing I've really loved about iRacing is you know, we've started to see kind of a little bit of a family develop. I know everyone's got their differences and stuff like that, but at least we all can enjoy racing, and we all love racing out there, and we love you know, trying to put on a good show for friends and family. And I honestly get a kick out of all the friends and family that watch you guys race. It's a blast.
Yeah.
It's really cool because, you know, I know a lot of these guys would love to race in real life, but sometimes it's just not possible, whether it's funding or just time. But
Right.
or just family. And, you know, being able to race on iRacing and also have the ability to watch, or allow your friends and family to watch, I think is really cool. And that's one thing I've really enjoyed about broadcasting. You know, it's gone from more of a kind of like trying to figure it out as a job, but more of like more respect in the sense of like really seeing family get into it. And that's where I get super excited with this broadcasting and watching these races, is the amount of interaction you guys get. It's it's amazing.
Speaking of family, I know my mom and dad's watching, so hi to you guys. This is for Wendy. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. I want to thank you, first and foremost, for doing these broadcasts. This is awesome. You do an amazing job. You're an amazing friend, and I sure do appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate you too, and thank you for giving me the opportunity for doing this. Also, I think we should thank our title sponsor for tonight's race. That is going to be Nick Penico. Sponsoring it via Bridger Aerospace. A little bit about Bridger Aerospace. Bridger Aerospace is a aerial firefighting company. Looks like they work on airframes. They do UAV platforms, sensors, and some other stuff. But they're actually based out in Montana. But they have a team that works down and pretty much anywhere there's a wildfire or any situation that they're needed. They are available to go out there and help. So it looks like they do aerial firefighting services, maintenance and overhaul, and technology solutions. So definitely, from being in California, I honestly appreciate the work that these guys do, and it's saved a lot of lives and a lot of property. So definitely, hats off to them, and thank you for sponsoring, Nick.
And Nick works for him too. So
That is correct.
Yeah, that's kind of on behalf of them, and I'm very thankful for Nick. Me and Nick have known each other for a couple of years now, and we've been very good friends. We keep in touch. So I'm very thankful for him, the amount of hard work that he puts in to help me run this. Honestly, with this big of a field, there might be a second season of the Benefit Series. So tonight was kind of a base on that, and with this big turnout, then there probably will be. You're hearing it from me first. There will be a season 2.
You know what? From other leagues I've been broadcasting, if you make it past the first season with a total of 8 to 10 guys, the next season you're gonna have more. It's a kind of a snowball effect. Sometimes it takes a little more time to grow, but I definitely. It's one of those. It's a good series to be a part of, and I definitely can see more people showing up, and you know, as it grows. So I hope you keep it going, and I'm glad you're going to for a second season, because I know it's tough running a league. But
yes, and I run 2.
Yeah, exactly. I know you run 2 leagues, and I know it's a lot of time and effort. But it's for a good cause, and it allows a lot of us to come together and kind of support each other, and that's what's important.
Yes, sir. That's for a fact.
All right, man. I know there's about 5 minutes left on qualifying, so I don't know if you've finished that already. If not, go ahead and go qualify. I'll take it from here.
Yeah, I qualified horribly.
Well, here, let me take a look on my side. Oh, wow.
Yeah, very horribly. I was a little surprised by that, to be honest.
Wes,
ran a pretty good
17th.
lap.
Come on, man.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk. I don't know.
Well, hey, you know what? Qualifying is just the beginning of the race. You guys do have...
You know what? It don't matter where we qualify. It matter where you finish in the race.
That is correct. So, buckle up, strap yourself into that seat, and go get him, man.
Have fun broadcast booths, man.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. I love these trucks. It's kind of funny. It's one of those things that we don't get to see the trucks. I think the last race I got a broadcast for trucks was the championship for Bandit Racing, and those guys are a blast to watch. So these trucks are really fun, especially on a shorter oval. I'm not a huge fan of them on super speedways, but you give me a mile and a half, and then maybe a little short track, and I love these things. They're awesome.
Well, here, I ran probably 18, 20 laps, and it fell off at lap 10 in the draft. So I think we're gonna have to drive them.
Oh, definitely.
It's not. Some of these other benefit series and stuff like that, they do only super speedways. I think that's what kind of sets us aside from other series or whatever. Is we do a little bit of everything. We do dirt, do super speedways. Hell, dude, we even did the 87 cars.
Exactly.
So,
no, it's fun. You guys touch on everything that's American racing, really, and that's
exactly.
what I really enjoy about this series is we're not just doing super speedways like. Super speedways are great, but back to back it's really tough. But especially when you get to throw some short track, some dirt short track in there, and different cars. I know some people don't enjoy driving the sprints or the UMPs or different types of models, but honestly, once you get a group of guys going and they keep repeating, you'll eventually bring in more people that enjoy the same car, and they'll show up every day just because they'll show up every single time because they want to be out on the track, not just racing the car they enjoy, but racing with a group of friends that they want to be out there with. And that's what develops over time with these leagues, which is always great to see.
I couldn't 100% agree more. But hey, man, I gotta go and talking to my guys and kind of give them a pep talk.
Go give them a pep talk.
Yeah. Have a good broadcast. Thank you for coming in here and doing this. This will be a lot of fun.
I definitely agree, man. Go get them.
Right. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the number 35, Wes Fuller, once again, owner of this series. Thank you, Wes, for hiring me to do the broadcast and also putting on this series. It's honestly been a blast, and I love it. And the fact that once a month we had to come together and do this on the first Saturday, well, second Saturday this month. But it's something that's super enjoyable, and I really love to see that. On Death by Moose Media, and we're always here to try and support these guys. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have 21 cars on the field. That is awesome. That's a big track, especially for Kansas. Anything over 14 is going to get a little tight, so we'll have to see how these guys handle it. Qualifying is pretty much up. Looks like everyone else has already thrown in their times. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty about these trucks. These trucks are a little bit of a handful to drive. Out on the track, you're going to see these guys pretty much, they're going to be driving their lines, but what will happen is when they hit the turn 1, turn 2, most likely it kind of sucks into the apron a little bit, so you have to be a little bit careful. So these guys, their back end will step out on them if they're going into too fast in that entry. But it's kind of fun. These trucks really give a lot of tactile feel back to the driver, so you feel it step out on you. You can correct it. Unlike some of the other, I think Xfinity cars, I feel like they go super loose, and you really don't notice it happening until it's too late. These truck cars, you can definitely feel it hook into the groove and break loose on you. So we should see some really good driving out there. No doubt about that. Out in the field right now, in first or in pole is going to be Tyler O'Neill. Then we have Carl Handwork in second, Sean Hook in third, Stephen Thompson in fourth, Michael Christopher in fifth, Dwayne MacArthur in 6th. Alan Dobbs in 7th. Looks like Reese Verrett in 8th. 9th going to Blake. And let's go ahead and get these guys grid up and see what's going to happen on the track. All right, let's run through these paint schemes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, starting off with Reese Verrett running in the number 21. Let me go ahead and pop that down. Bass Pro Shop Tracker Off-Road. I was actually at Bass Pro today. Nice place to be. We have Trevor Talbot running in the Razor number 13. Fanatec looks like RGR in the back. Alan Dobbs running the King of the Hill number 22. I like that paint scheme. Then we have out there Brandon Johnson running in cancer paint scheme. Looks like Grandpa Spunk. Then we have Jimmy Covert running in breast cancer awareness, number 43. Bill Harkins running in another memorial paint scheme, Bernice Harkins, in loving memory, stamped cancer on the hood. Austin Greer running in the CHM, Corey Hart's Media, high peak peak performance motor parts in the front, and 45 on the side. Terry Condo's running in the number 20 Loves. Michael Christopher running in that Bang number 14. Wes Fuller in the number 35 Stamped Cancer. Matt Crockett in the number 33 Stamped Cancer paint scheme. Sean Hook in the Caterpillar number 44. Dwayne MacArthur in the John Deere 97. Racers Lounge podcast on the hood. Or on the, I guess, visor, sun visor. And then looks like Joshua Billiter also running a Winnie Jackson paint scheme. Another number 3 Stamped Cancer paint scheme out there. Good to see that. Then we have the number 16 running the Valvoline paint scheme. Then we have another Stamped Cancer number 18, Carl Handwork. Dylan McDonald running in number 38 paint scheme. Breast cancer awareness. Nicholas running the number 5 breast cancer or Stamped Cancer paint scheme. And Stephen Thompson running in the Ride TV number 67. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Let's get ready to see some racing. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Green flag up in the air. And we are green, green, green with 80 laps to go at Kansas Motor Speedway. Great start there, off in the front. 23 with a good O'Neill with a good run. Carl Handwork tucking in behind him. Looks like the 67 getting stuck on the outside. Michael Christopher tucking in, trying to keep him from getting in on his inside line. Alan Dobbs just coasting it out, but looks like the 16 and 21 looking for a run to go. All right, looks like the number 18 around the 23, 44 stacking in behind him. Can they beat them into turn 1? And the 44 is going to go ahead and carry through. Looks like the 18 carried too much speed into turn 1. Dragged himself all the way up. And look at that field go. They are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Side by side, 44-18 making a run down the front straight. "21 trucks, 3 laps down." These guys are throwing down some fast times, a little bit over 31 seconds. 67 looking for a run down there. Let's go and hop onto the number 14 and ride with him for a little bit. This is going to be Michael Christopher sitting in 4th place right now. 67 in front of him, 44 on the inside. Looks like the outside line is a little bit faster, but the 44 is holding on strong. And it looks like he is dropping back just a tad bit. And now he's in line with him. That's one thing that's always tough about pack racing is, you know, you get left out by yourself, and it's you might as well just call it and come back and, you know, restack. All right, since we are going under green, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our broadcast sponsors for tonight. That's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Look at that. Dylan McDonald having a good run. Terry Conda's on the inside right now in the number 20. The 97 looking for an opening, but he's just going to, looks like he's just going to stay behind McDonald just for a tad bit. Let him make his run. Oh, slap on the wall there. Love to see that. Front pack holding on strong. As this race develops, you can see those guys that are holding the inside line when they come across the front straight, or I guess triangle area. You know, it prevents, you know, as we saw, Dylan McDonald from dropping down low. You know, when that happens, then you have an issue where Dylan McDonald has nowhere to go to kind of, you know, grab a little more speed. It slows him down a little bit. The guy on the inside is, you know, grabbing more tires, but Kansas is a pretty decent track. You know, the turns aren't too tough in the sense of, like, you're not going to wear out your tires too hard, but you still have to be a little careful out there. All right, looks like the front pack is lined up and holding on strong. Let's just run down the line, see how everyone else is doing. Looks like Terry couldn't hold up with Dylan McDonald. Had to drop back, is now sitting in front of Blake. Down onto the back straight. It looks like we have a 1-2-3 separating from the main pack right now. Carl Handwerk, Stephen Thomas, and Christopher Michael making a runaway for it. Can they hold on strong? Oh, Christopher getting a little bit of contact there on the wall. That's going to slow him down. Open up a spot for the 44 and 22. Alan Dobbs and Sean Hook to make their way up to the front. Alan Dobbs with a lot of speed behind that. Must be a propane-fueled truck out there. Going for that high-pressured gas. Looks like the 44 does not want to give it up, though. Holding on strong. Couple guys dropping out of the draft. Looks like a 3 wide. Terry Conda's out there. We're going to go jump over to that. It looks like Terry Conda is the number 24. Brandon Johnson and Blake. We're at a 3 wide situation around turn 3 and 4. And Terry Conda's getting the short end of the stick on that one. Dropping back. Looks like Blake and Brandon breaking away from him right now. Still up in front, Carl Handwerk and Stephen Thompson, Alan Dobbs and Sean Hook trying to close that gap. Michael Christopher not wanting to let them break away from them. All right, 14 laps down and counting. Let's jump over to Alan Dobbs as we can ride along with him as he wheels and deals up to the front of the pack, or up to the front pack right now, trying to catch up to, looks like Carl Handwerk and Stephen Thompson. Looks like Stephen Thompson able to get around Carl Handwerk into turn 3 and 4. Ooh, riding the outside of the wall. Got to slow it down. Oh, can he keep it under control? Almost getting to the 44 there. A little too hot into the corner. That is going to cost him 3 positions. He's going to have to drop back and try and work his way back up the field. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a driver dropping down into the into the apron. Ooh, luckily he did not hit the wall or catch anyone, but that is going to be it. Sean Hook having a rough run out there. Oh, and the caution is out. Let's jump over to a quick Critical at Bass Lures caution report. All right, here we go. 44 coming around the corner. And the 14, oh, gives him a tap rear end, breaks loose, spins him around. Tires locked. And we are stopped, ladies and gentlemen, back onto the track. Let's get going. And it looks like he just went for a little ride. Courtesy of the number 14. Now it looked like a little bit of a soft bump. Just these trucks, the rear end lifts up pretty fast, and you just break loose. You got to have a pretty centered bump if you're going to give someone a push. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, back live. Looks like we have some guys hitting the pit. Joshua Billiter staying out on the track. Probably going to drop in into the pits afterwards. Pit strategy is key as we are on lap 17 right now. Not even halfway there. But look at that field as they are rolling out right now. Carl Handwerk trying to get in front of Steven there. Looks like he was able to. On that exit. That was a full field pit. Oh my gosh. 21 cars in and... 20 cars in and 20 out. Joshua Billiter putting himself up in front. Way to go. Brandon Nichols, if you're watching, this is it. Joshua Billiter's in front. Hopes and dreams. We have it. For anyone that watches the Core Series or the Vintage Cup, we always root Joshua Billiter on. He gets so close. And he always gets our hopes up. He'll stay out for a couple laps under caution and then drop in. Like, there he goes. Come on, Josh, you had us. We're hoping. Looks like Bill Harkins going in for a second pit stop. All right, so up front, it's going to be Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, Trevor Talbot, and Dylan McDonald, Stephen Thompson, and Terry Condas for the top 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a rivalry up in front. The number 22 and the number 18, Carl Handwerk and Alan Dobbs. Both these guys have been competitors for quite a while and did not end on the best of notes. So we'll have to see how this ends up between them. I believe both of them will drive professionally. So let's see how this race goes because those guys are both extremely fast drivers. All right, once again, Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, Dylan McDonald, Trevor Talbot, Terry Condas, and Michael Christopher for our top 6 out on the track right now. Ladies and gentlemen, pace truck, my bad. Pace truck is getting ready to drop off, which means one thing. Cue the music, lift that green flag up in the air, and get ready for a beautiful restart as Carl Handwerk jumps it. A little bit of a panic in the back of the line, trying to figure out what's going on. Good launch by Carl Handwerk. Alan Dobbs tucking in right next to the 13. And we are going, gone. Trevor Talbot up in front. Alan Dobbs right behind him. Terry Condo's looking to close that gap. The 14 of Michael Christopher does not want to let him go. Side by side down the straight. Looks like we have a little bit of a shuffle there up in front. 13 catching the wall. Alan Dobbs having to hit the brakes behind him. The 14, that's going to be a perfect opening for him to take the line on the inside and get around these guys. And look at that. Michael Christopher working his way up to the front. Carl Handrick right behind him. Joshua Billiter is a lap behind, so he's got to fend these guys off. Must have had a bad pit exit. Ooh, a little bit of a battle back here as we shuffle around. 33 of Matt Crockett, the 97 of Dwayne MacArthur, and the 44 of Sean Hook. Making a good run out there. Sean Hook looking to get some traction back on the field. He did have an upset, which caused that, that caution. So hopefully he can get himself back out there. Looks like we have a 3 wide going into turn 1 and 2. What will happen out there? Down the back straight. Michael Christopher still in front. Sorry about that. And it looks like 5th through 9th are making a good run right now. Alan Dobbs dropping back quite a bit, getting kind of the raw end of the deal right now. Looks like he's stuck behind Trevor. Matt Crockett and Sean Hook working their way up the field. Looks like Carl Handwork also dropping back quite a bit. 97 holding on strong. Looks like a 3 wide. All right, we're going to push for it. Yep, Sean Hook's going to go ahead and say, it's time. Nope. He backed out. Was a little bit of a sketchy situation. He backed out, let Matt Crockett get a good run, and then dives in on the inside. Has a run on both Matt Crockett and Carl Handwork. Can he go for a 2-for-1? Down on the outside. Sean Hook making a great run. There's some great driving out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 25 laps down and still going strong. Sean Hook doing what he can out on the track around Matt Crockett. Now looking at the 97. Ooh, a little bit of a tap on the brakes there. Just saw him slow up into that corner. Looks like he came in just a little too hot. All right, jumping on to Joshua Billiter because he is fighting for his life right now. He is technically a lap down, and he does not want to let these guys get any more distance on him. He's currently riding in, the proverbial 3rd place, but not really 3rd. He's sitting in 20th. He is holding on strong. Josh is not giving these guys a moment to keep putting time on them. Look at that. Shout out to Josh for holding in strong with that front pack. But look at that, Sean Hook making his way up. Sean, once again, having a great run, making a 2-for-1 around Matt Crockett and Carl Handwork. It looks like he's already around Dwayne MacArthur. He's got some speed behind him. All right, getting ready for 50 laps to go. This race has really stretched itself out. We have a strong front pack of 6 drivers, followed up by a pretty mean back pack of some really fast drivers that seem to have dropped off pace just a tad bit. I wonder if they did 2 tires just for an odd, give it a shot, see what happens out on the track kind of situation. That might be why we have both Michael Christopher, Blake, and Sean Hook making such a great run up front, as they're on all 4s, while the other guys maybe grab 2 to see how they're going to handle out on Kansas tonight. Most likely they will have to hit the pits one more time, so they'll probably drop in, grab a full set of 4, and go back at it with a refreshed mindset of what they can handle. Going to go ahead and ride on along with Trevor Talbot, running the lead of the second pack right now, or running in with the lead of the second pack. So we have that front pack, which could be Michael Christopher, Blake, Sean Hook, Dwayne MacArthur, and Matt Crockett. And then we have the second pack, which is Carl Handwerk, Trevor Talbot, I believe Tyler Neal and Reese Barrett behind them. They have quite a distance to go right now, but definitely within reach, especially if these guys hit the pits. We loaded Trevor's truck up with a bunch of GoPros, so he's got about 10 of them. He's actually watching the GoPro screens, not actually driving. It looks like he got a little close one on Carl there. Almost went for a bump. All right, back to the front pack. Michael Christopher leading strong behind him, Blake and Sean Hook. And then the 97, once again, Dwayne MacArthur looking for an opening, but nowhere to be seen right now. They're going to go ahead and stretch it out as we are 6 laps away from the halfway point. This is going to be one of those races we're just going to have to see it play out, see what happens between these drivers. Looks like MacArthur looking to the inside right now on the number 97. John Deere versus Caterpillar. A little bit of a rivalry there. Their industries cross over just a tad bit. All right, look at that beautiful, clean driving. Looks like Joshua Billiter dropping pace just a tad bit. Matt Crockett also falling back. Looks like he might be getting ready for a pit, or he is out of fuel because he is dropping rapidly. Let's see what happens up in front right now. That is a pit strategy from some of the drivers out there. At least that's what I thought I saw, but I take that back. That is not correct. Looks like Matt Crockett just dropped back. I thought he was dropping into the pits. It looked like same thing with Carl. Go ahead and work our way up. As you can see, the front pack still holding on strong. Michael Christopher, Blake, Sean Hook, and MacArthur. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just kind of riding it out. This is the section of the race where these guys really just need to kind of burn off laps, not get into any accidents, don't cause any issues, and just watch the wear on your car. See what happens, or the wear on your truck. See what happens. How does it feel? You know, are you running 2? Are you running 4? Did you know, is it going to work out for you? Because these next, technically next 2 laps before we hit that halfway mark, we're probably going to see some guys pit. Looks like the 35 of Wes Fuller dropping into the pits right now. 13 right behind the number 18 looking for a run on him. Oh, checks up. 23 dodges him. Wow. Looks like a little bit of a hectic race there between the second pack right now. The 23 had a hell of a good run there. And the 18 is in the pits. Looks like both Sean Hook and Dwayne MacArthur stayed out, but most likely they'll be dropping into the pits next. Let's see how they handle this. Dwayne and Sean Hook dropping in. Tyler looking for the same situation. 21 and the 13. Yep, tagging in on that. Matt Crockett also seeing an opening to drop in. Now, we did see some guys pit early. I believe Wes Fuller and Joshua Billiter and Bill Harkins. I don't think he did pit early, but I know. Oh! And we are spun on the back straight while we were kind of taking tally of everything happening. So I believe a caution should be coming out. That did not look good. No, still nothing. All right, so up in front, Bill Harkins dropping into the pits. Joshua Billiter behind him. I believe I saw Josh pit early. Either that or it was Wes Fuller. It's tough to tell. They're all running similar paints. I know Wes has more of a white nose. Josh has the teal nose. So, nope. Josh is staying out. So it's going to be up in front. Michael Christopher, Blake, Wayne MacArthur, and no one behind him. That's our top 3 right now. Here we go. All right, now that they are back on pace, the 14 and 16 are having a great run. Looks like these guys are both running the EXT logo on their paint scheme right now. I'm pretty sure these guys are teammates. And they're doing what they can out on the track. All right, we are past that halfway point by 3 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Strategies are locked in place. It is time to see the fruits of these guys' labor. How are they going to handle the race? What's going to happen? Will we have any more cautions? I know we saw someone spun in the back, but no caution came out for that. Dwayne MacArthur trying to catch up to these guys up in front, but he's got no one to really work with. Luckily, he's got the 18 and 23 kind of coming up behind him. Hopefully, these guys will scoop him up and start a pack together and be able to run down the 14 and 16 up in front. Tyler O'Neill doing what he can to stay up with Carl Handwerk. Dwayne MacArthur just kind of riding it out. As you can see, it's it's hard for a lot of these guys up in the front pack, especially if they're able to break that gap between you and the, we're seeing 6 seconds between Dwayne and Blake right now. That's such a huge gap. He really honestly needs to get scooped up by that second pack coming up behind him. Carl Handwerk now passing him on the inside. Should also be the 23 of Tyler O'Neill making a run for it. This is going to be a great opportunity for Dwayne. He needs to drop in behind these guys and tag along for the ride. And there we go. Scooped up and ready for action. Looks like Dwayne dropping off. Trevor Talbot dropping into the inside and getting around him. Driver of the number 13 Razor and Fanatec paint scheme. He's trying to work his way up the field right now. Catch up to that 23. And you can see he is kind of closing that gap by leaps and bounds right now. Maybe one or two more laps and he'll have it closed. He's definitely within the draft now. Still a tremendous lead from Christopher right now and Blake. Let's go ahead and run down the pack a little bit, see how everyone else is doing. Looks like Dwayne MacArthur and Alan Dobbs working together right now, trying to catch up to that second pack. Austin Greer and Nicholas having a little bit of a rough run out there, but the 44, Sean Hook, getting himself back onto the track. Sean Hook being a lap down, must have had an incident in the pits. Little bit of a battle right now. The 23 on the outside of the 18. The 13 also looking for some space. Passing into turn 1 and 2. The 18 dives it down, trying to keep up that speed. Does not want to let him catch up. Three, 4, and 5 are going, gone right now. They really need to close that gap. A little bit of an opportunity for a 3 wide, but not what should happen right now. These guys need to work together, put aside their differences and try and catch up, really. But it looks like they are battling it out. 23 around Carl Handwerk. The 13 also looking for a run on him. Drops down into the apron. O'Neill with a great run right now up in front. Trevor's got the 18 behind him. Looks like the leaders are dropping off pace just a tad bit right now. All right, here we go. Michael Christopher still in the lead. Right behind him, Blake, Tyler O'Neill, Trevor Talbot, and Carl Handwerk still making a great run out there. Kind of shuffling back and forth, trading off who's in front. We're 2 laps away from 20 laps to go. And it is running a little thin for some of the drivers out there. Looking at their times, they are dropping by, looks like 1/10 of a second every lap. Right now, looks like O'Neill, who's running the lead of the second pack right now, they have already closed up by 2 seconds on the front runners. It's one of those situations where you kind of want to... it's a tough call. You either want to call it early, hit the pits, get back out there and be fresh, or maybe, you know, play caution, see if a caution's come out, see if a caution comes out and ride it out as far as possible. But you might hit the no return zone where you ride out the run too far, and then by the time, you know, you have a chance to grab your tires, you won't have any time to drive yourself back up the field. So it's a love-hate relationship out there of how you're going to handle the field and, you know, attack this situation. Kind of curious on what's the strategy for the front runners right now. But as you can look in the back of the pack, Tyler O'Neill breaking away from Trevor and Carl Handwerk. But he is definitely closing that gap. "60 laps down, 20 to go." I'd love to see a long run like this. This is a lot of fun. Only 1 caution within 61 laps, and these guys are holding on strong out there. Looks like we have a guest in the booth coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, just give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, up in the booth with us right now, Wes Fuller, that was running in the number 35. Looks like he is in the pits now. Wes, what happened?
I don't know. I shifted coming off turn, or coming out of the pits, and it just hung a dead right on me. I have no idea what happened there. I've never had that happen before.
Oh yeah, I saw that happen to you. I knew it was one of the stand-up paints or stand-up cancer paints, but I couldn't figure out exactly who it was.
Yeah, me.
Ouch. Oh man, sorry to hear that. All right, looks like we have both of our drivers, Michael Christopher and Blake, dropping into the... Or sorry, that's not Blake. That's... No, it is, yeah. Christopher and Blake dropping into the pits right now. That's going to open up for Tyler O'Neill and a couple of the other drivers. Question is, who else is hitting the pits? Oh, the 43 breaks loose. Sorry. Where did he go? Looks like Jimmy having a little bit of issue out in the field. Good recovery, though. Back out on the track.
Like he shifted, and basically what I did, shifted and spun out.
Did you downshift on accident?
Nope, I shifted up from second to third, and it just hung a dead right.
Must be a lot of... Were you on the gas when you shifted?
Yeah.
That's probably
so actually, I was going straight. So, yeah, I don't understand what. I was going perfectly straight. I had the wheels pointed, and I went to shift, and it just hung right.
Yeah, I think these trucks have a lot of torque behind them, so if you do that, they'll just kind of break loose on you.
Yeah.
As long as you're not up to RPMs, like max speed for that gear. Oh, it's going to get a little dicey as Matt Crockett drops down the 24 and the 20 of Terry Condas. Go ahead and passing him. Matt, a little bit of a late entrance into those pits.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a late entrance. He did say that he was pitting, so... Yeah, that's kind of the advantage right now. I get to listen to some of these drivers and what they have to say and when they're pitting and everything. So
Yeah, it looks like both Blake and Christopher are out back on the track, although they do have lap traffic to contend with, and Bill Harkins is giving them a run for their money right now. As long as he's not going into the pits, he is not letting them go around. Yeah, that's one thing I love to see. I love it when Bill's racing for keeps. Very rarely does he do that. He's usually out there to have a really good time, but when you get to see him go against someone and kind of just go toe to toe, it's always a blast to see that old guy come out and off his scooter, start shaking that cane around.
right now he's on a mission. Holy crap!
Yeah,
he's
he is.
Really pulled away from these guys. Honestly though, they were. Blake was second and Michael was first. They swapped positions, didn't they?
Oh, these guys are team running together.
Yeah.
So they've been trading off back and forth, kind of just taking turns on up in front. It looks like whoa, Dylan
Michael
McDonald
got in the wall.
Yeah, saw that. That's he's done that twice. He's just carried way too much speed through, but that opened the door for Dylan McDonald. But that's one thing I want to point out is every time Michael's had an issue, his teammate drops back to pick him back up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can see that right now. The 16 just lifted, and look how close he is to the 13, and he's waiting for him to catch up to him. And watch, the 13 will pass. Or sorry, the 14 will pass Blake, and he'll scoop him back up and get a run with him. Because he's slowing up significantly. You see that?
Yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed between these guys is they are dedicated to team driving.
The 14's falling back though, or 16. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. That's his teammate. He's dropping off, he's definitely dropping off on purpose.
Yeah. He's got a lot of damage.
All right, so up in front right now, Tyler O'Neill, Trevor Talbot, and Carl Hanrick in our 1, 2, and 3. Blake in the 16. Well, I thought he was trying to scoop up his teammate, but looks like maybe they do have too much damage. It's tough to judge sometimes. You know, unless you're in the car, you really can't tell what exactly is going to happen with, you know, steering and handling and how it's going to, you know, react to, you know, slapping the wall maybe once or twice. But another driver that's not wanting to get lapped, Dylan McDonald, look at that. Running the number 38.
He's going for it.
He's going. Here we go. 10 laps to go. This is it. This is for all the monies. For bragging rights. I was there. I did that. I won. And Tyler O'Neill is in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler's had a kind of a up and down run today. He's been riding in the kind of front second pack, and just, you know, making some moves here and there, but nothing too crazy. But that opening between the 16 and the 14, yeah, that was a godsend to him pretty much. He's now got a great run up in front. He's in front of Dylan McDonald. Dylan McDonald is pretty much playing some defense for the 13, not letting him get around. And that is honestly giving Carl Hanwick a chance to catch up to these guys and maybe give them a run for their money.
Yeah, I think Dylan trying to get his lap back is kind of slowing these guys down a little bit. Carl's starting to reel him in. That's for sure. I'm kind of curious how much Dylan's actually going to hold him up enough to let 3 or 4 of those guys catch up.
Talbot. Oh, contact! Turns him on the inside. Oh, he scooped him. He's going to catch the 18. He does. Carl saves it. Oh, man. Wow. Caution out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump over to a quick Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, let's roll that back, take a look at what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and search for the incident real fast. Just double check.
The 38. I threw the caution.
Yeah. I'm pulling it up right now. Just give me 1 second. Trying to get a close enough view on this. All right. And we are back live. As you can see, the 13 just gives the 38 a little bit of a scoot on the inside panel, or his left rear panel. And then as he swings around, he catches the number 18 of Carl Handwerk. But luckily, not too much damage for either of the drivers. Looks like they're back out on the track. Hopefully a quick fast repair, if they have one, will get them back out there. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. So, up in front right now, Tyler O'Neill, Carl Handwerk, and Trevor Talbot. Sitting in fourth is going to be Blake, and then right behind him, Christopher. Those two guys have been running together for this whole race and been leading strong, and they are within reach of those leaders, so don't count them out. Sitting in sixth, Austin Greer. Nicholas, our sponsor for tonight, running in the 55, sitting in seventh. Eighth is going to be Dwayne MacArthur. Looks like Brandon Johnson out on 9th. Terry Collins in 10th. Reese Verte in the 21st. Reese Verte. Blah, blah, blah. Reese running in 11th right now. Sean Hook in 12th. Crockett in 13th. Dobbs in 14th. Covert in 15th. Harkins in 16th. 17th going to McDonald's. Joshua Billiter in 18th, as those guys are still out on the track. All right, 4 laps to go. Lights are still on, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, like to thank our broadcast sponsors, Cricklet Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Also, for the series sponsor for tonight's race, once again, Nick. Can't say thank you enough. Appreciate for putting on this race, man. And also to Bridger Aerospace for helping out California in a time of need for all those wildfires. Seriously, it's been insane. I had one day, woke up and walked outside, and my car was covered in ash, and I'm not close enough to those fires to really see them, but our whole city was covered in ash. It was pretty crazy. So thank you, Bridger Aerospace, for providing the support and the technical skill to keep us safe and put out those wildfires, because they are insane, and a lot of those guys out there. Also, shout out to all those first responders and everyone working the front lines. I really appreciate everyone stepping up and doing what they have to do in these very odd times. All right, looks like we're going to have a mock green-white checkered with 3 laps to go. This is going to go green flag, white flag, checkered, and boom, we are there. Once again, thank you to everyone tuning in tonight, friends and family. I much appreciate everyone out here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We will actually be moving our broadcast to a different channel, Racecraft TV. We're partnering up with them and merging Death by Moose Media. I'll still be around, but we will have all of our racing content on Racecraft TV. So if you haven't checked them out, please go check out Racecraft TV on YouTube. And let's get ready to go green as the green flag is raised up in the air. Pace car getting ready to drop in. Ladies and gentlemen, the restart is on the 23. What is going to happen out tonight? Oh, nope. Looks like we're extending the caution. One more.
Yep, one more lap. I gave the 43 and 44 one too many wave rounds, and so they're staying in pits for a little bit.
Got it.
Everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, new news. Looks like Sean Hook and Jimmy Covert now in the lead.
Yeah,
Just messing with you, Wes.
Very nice.
Breaking news, Jimmy Covert in the lead. Teleported up there. Don't know how it happened. All right, looks like we are going to be less than a green-white checkered. It is literally going to go to white flag and checkered. So buckle up. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, green flag in the air. Pace car pulling off. Sorry, pace truck pulling off. Cue the music. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green tonight. 23 has the call, and he makes it. There he goes, jumps the gas. 18 trying to hold pace with a 13 right now. 16 looking for an opening. Trevor gets around Carl, handwork the 16, also looking for that opening. Carl's going to go ahead and push the issue. Nope, backs off. Looking for a run on both these guys.
I think Carl's that damage is messing him up.
Yeah, that restart was not easy on him.
No, it really wasn't.
All right, first, second, and third. It's going to be O'Neill, Talbot, and Blake drops to the inside, makes a run on the 13. Oh, swinging up high, makes contact with Trevor. Oh! Oh my gosh! And they're out. They're gone. Those two are no longer in the run. Up in front, Tyler O'Neill. It is all him, ladies and gentlemen. The man. Hell of a good run. He's got this. Behind him, Christopher Michael. And then a pack of hungry people for third. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is insane. Here we go across the line. It's going to be Tyler O'Neill in first. Second, Christopher Michael. And in third, Brandon Johnson. I'm going to replay that because that was awesome. That was a very close run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for that replay across the line. Brandon Johnson beats him by a nose. The 21 of Reese. So close, but no dice. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass Lures Caution Report, a.k.a. replay. What a run. Back live. Tyler celebrating with a great first place run. One might say it was a hell of a good run. I'm never going to get tired of that pun. I apologize if you guys hear it a couple more times, because it's most likely going to happen. All right, let's go ahead and get our third place up here and start working through the lineup. Once again, for tonight's results, first going to Tyler O'Neill, second, Michael Christopher, and third, Brandon Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 24, Brandon Johnson in the booth. Man, you had a full field of hungry people behind you. That was insane.
Yes.
I was nervous for the other drivers, but for you, I was shaking in my boots. That was scary. I looked over, and I see like 10 drivers just right bumper to bumper behind you.
Yeah. There was a couple of guys in front of me that were, I guess, got slowed up more than I did, and it was just a matter of, I more got lucky that Nick took a more inside line, so I was able to scoot around him, and after that, I was just racing my teammate Reese for the third place.
Yeah, no, that was a great run between you guys. But man, it looks like these trucks, you have, a pretty decent run on them, but the moment you scrape the wall or you lose some speed, it's just, you take like 2 laps to recover that pace back. It's like gone.
Yeah, it's insane, and that's what makes cars being held up so game changing here, is because it allows cars behind to catch up. There was a couple times during the race where I was much faster than a car, and I just couldn't get around him. Guy behind caught up. I think that's what happened with Trevor. Again, my one of my teammates with the 38 was getting frustrated. Guy behind was catching up, and just getting held up.
It's tough because with these trucks, just like we just stated, you get caught up and you really lose a lot of speed out there, and you really can't make a run. You kind of need to wind it up and send it, and that's really hard to set up, especially if you don't have a teammate nearby. But dude, you had a really good run out there.
Yeah, all of the RGR trucks did really, really good tonight. Tyler, of course, winning the race. Myself, Reese, me and him battling for that third place, and then Trevor looking strong all night, and unfortunately getting caught up on that white flag wreck.
Well, it happens, but still a good run. You guys brought it home, 1 and 3rd finish. You guys going to be coming back out for season 2?
I don't know. That has yet to be decided. Personal note, though, I don't know if you guys noticed my truck. Not my normal scheme. Of course, Wesley asked us to make special paints for people that we know, people that have been affected by cancer, and so this one's for my grandpa.
Let me jump over to roll fast. 1 second. All right, and there you go.
And so, you notice my truck is made up of 2 main colors, and as well as the 2 ribbons on the hood. In 2017, my grandpa has been sick for about a year, and then just one night he decided to end his his treatments and everything, and then they gave him about a week to live, and he was gone about 3 hours later. It was a combination of leukemia, prostate cancer, and COPD, and so that's why I run. That's why I have the orange and the blue for the leukemia and prostate cancer. Yeah, that was the first time I'd really lost someone close to me in my life, and it's one that still hurts.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Sorry to hear that, man. Well,
Brandon, congratulations, good run. Sorry, I do a little adminning, come back, and I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Thanks for running that paint scheme. Sorry about your grandpa, that really sucks. Believe me, I know how it is to lose somebody close to you. Congrats, dude. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Yep. And then a bit less serious note, thanks to the other RGR drivers that came out, as I said, Reese, Tyler, and Trevor. Thanks to GA Diecast, one of my main sponsor, longtime sponsor, good friends, and you guys are very familiar with them too.
Yep.
And so yeah,
awesome.
Overall, we had good speed and came up when it counted.
You got it, man. Well, hope you have a good night and go celebrate.
All right, you too.
See you, buddy.
See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher, the number 14, Michael Christopher. Dude, you had a pretty emotional run out there. You had your teammate running out with you for a little bit, and then looks like you had to break away and kind of make a shot for that second run. How was that out for you?
Yeah, that was it was an interesting finish there. It was really just all luck there at the end. I just was trying my best to navigate through that wreck. I knew that the leader took the white flag more than likely there at the end, so I knew we weren't getting a caution. So I was just trying my best to squeeze through, and just happened to squeeze through second. We were on old tires, but I guess everybody maybe checked up in the back behind me for that wreck, so we had enough to stay in second. I mean, we had a good strategy. I thought it was all right. We decided to just kind of mix it up and pit early, me and my teammate, see what we could do on fresh tires early, see if we can maybe get a big enough lead. Didn't work out quite like I thought. They ran us down a little quicker than I would have liked.
Yeah.
On that last one.
I was hoping you guys would pit sooner because you guys had a really good run, and then when you started, you'd lost 2 seconds towards the end of that run. I was like, oh, they need a pit.
Yeah, there was. I think one point we was kind of held up by a lap car, and then our tires really started falling off there at the end. Like I did good on the tires all race, but whatever that last run happened, I don't know if I just burned them up a little worse, trying to stay out front. And then you came down, and then it took 7 seconds to fill the tank up. Which it probably took, 12, 13 seconds to put fresh tires on for everybody else. So it just didn't give us quite enough of a gap that we needed.
Yeah.
But, it was worth a shot. If the race was 10 laps shorter, we probably would have won. So it was a good strategy, I thought, just to mix it up and charity race. Why not just go out there and try to mix it up?
Yeah, no, it was a great run, man. And second place is nothing to scoff at. Bummer you couldn't have your teammate up here, but you guys can still celebrate out in the pits. Good job, man. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to EXT Racing. It's our team. We're kind of up-and-coming team. We've been getting some wins in some of these leagues we've been in, these Sidewinder leagues. We've been kind of just... Everybody calls us the Furniture Row team because we kind of started from nowhere, and then we've kind of started getting wins lately. But shout out to us. We've been working hard. Shout out to everybody here puts us on. It's kind of cool to do. I like the format, once a month do a charity race. I think that's kind of a cool format. And it's always cool to jump in a charity race, have some fun.
Definitely agree with you on that, man.
Wes, thanks for coming out, Michael.
Yeah, no problem.
Good job, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You got it. Once again, everyone, our second place finisher, the number 14, Michael Christopher. Hope you have a good night, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the number 23 himself, the man who had a hell of a good run, Tyler O'Neill. Dude, what a race. A little bit of up and down for you. You were kind of driving that second pack with Carl Handwork and a couple of other drivers, and then you guys broke loose those last 20 laps. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, starting off the race, I got in the wall and went literally to dead last, and after that, you just got to execute. No mistakes, and we played the pit strategy right. We didn't take tires the first time and saved 2 sets, which is a reason that we were faster there towards the end. And then we got on equal strategy, and then it was just whoever's faster. We started running them down, and then lap cars and everything else just kind of played my factor. And, we just ended up coming out on top.
Yeah, no, you had a really good run out there, and it like you said, it just kind of played into your hand. I did notice that you guys, towards that, I'd say after that first pit stop, where it looks like you guys didn't take anything because you guys were dropping off pace pretty fast. Whoever you went in with the pits or went into the pits with, it looks like you guys are kind of on the same strategy. And it was one of those things where we saw you drop off, and then, like you said, you drove all the way back up after getting a fresh set and fuel back on the track. So definitely a good strategy, and it paid off.
Yeah, and just those lap cars, man. If you catch the wrong ones that don't want to move, I mean, they can either help you out a ton or they can hurt you. And tonight they just really helped me out. And You know.
I think you need to buy them a round of beers.
Oh yeah, man! I tell you what, as soon as we had that little gap, it was over. We just
Right.
kept driving away, and then the caution, which I didn't want to see, but you know, we still fired off on that restart, and they wadded it up in my mirror. I saw it. I still haven't seen it yet, but it looked like it was pretty huge.
Oh yeah, it was pretty big. But luckily,
Yeah,
a lot of those guys made it through.
And I couldn't throw the caution fast enough, and a lot of the guys.
Hey, you're fine, man. You are fine. I was digging, coming to the white.
I mean, you got. So you wanted to race tonight, and I let you, and you come in and stink the show. Are we going to see you? Are we going to see you a lot more next year?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I remember you telling me about it, and I just honestly have been busy, and then after that, I just forgot. So I'll definitely a ton of fun, and you know, fortunately nobody close to me has been affected by cancer, but it's really cool to come out here and, you know, just pay your respects and everything.
And Randall, I really want to thank Tyler. He donated the money back to Stand Up to Cancer.
Yes, sir.
So
that's awesome.
This year, I will be putting $90 back into Stand Up to Cancer. So I appreciate everybody that has donated it back. That is really cool. Tyler, man, congratulations, buddy. I really thought that I could get that and get that caution thrown out, and I really couldn't get it done fast enough. I know you're kind of glad I didn't, but that would have been a really close race, and honestly thought you probably could have pulled it off even if I would have got the caution thrown just in time.
Yeah, I think those last 20 laps under green, I just saved my tires better than everybody else, and that really played out well for me.
I agree. Whenever those two got into it, I was like, yep, it's Tyler's race from now on, to be honest.
Well, man, you had a once again hell of a good run out there. Do you have anyone you want to shout out? And
yeah, my RGR teammates and just Wes for putting this whole thing on. It looks like it's been fun all year, and I wish I could have ran more, but I had, you know, a hell of a time tonight, and I'll definitely be back.
Awesome. You got it, man. Well, once again, good job out there. Way to bring home the gold for the last race of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Tyler O'Neill and also for Wes Fuller for putting on the series. It's been a long run. You know, once a month it sneaks up on you, but it's been a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of good racing out there, and we've seen some really, really emotional moments. And honestly, Wes, I can't thank you enough. And just want to say thank you for putting this on, and I can't wait to stream the series again when you bring it back for season 2. It was a blast, and let's see where this can go.
Thank you for doing this. I know you have a lot of fun, and I know we talked the other night, and you look forward to this every month.
I do. It's one of those. It's a little bit of an oddball because I'm used to like broadcasting every day of every week. And when I have something that's kind of a little offset, it's a little fun to kind of have that like just kind of pop up and be like, ooh, Saturday. Let's have a race. So I really enjoy it, and it gives me some time to get other stuff done, but then come back and enjoy some good racing. And I honestly hope the fields get bigger and bigger. I think they will as this series grows. So let's just see where season 2 goes, man. And once again, congratulations on a very successful first season.
Thank you, sir. I want to thank each and every one of the competitors this year. Might have been good, might have been bad, but it made this series what it is, and it, like you said, just continues to grow. And this series tonight was, I want to thank Nicholas Panko for sponsoring it. And this was the 10-year anniversary of my sister passing away of cancer. This is a very special race, and I want to thank everybody that ran the paint scheme that they did. That is very cool and very much of a class act for them to do that for me.
Definitely, man. With that being said, I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone had a great Saturday. I'm looking forward to Sunday's race. We do have a series running on Sundays. That's going to be our core premiere series, so don't forget to tune in for that. But once again, thank you for everyone tuning in. We wouldn't be here without the support of friends and family. And condolences and thoughts and prayers to anyone out there that has either suffered from cancer or is still fighting cancer. We know it's a tough battle, and a lot of us have shared in the grief and the loss and the struggle. So once again, thank you to everyone, and keep fighting the good fight.